everybody and welcome to this video on the geometric series. In this video, we're having a look at calculating the sums. So in the previous video, we've done the geometric series formula and how to derive it. In this video, we're going to have a look at how to use the formula. So just a reminder, the formula is Sn is equal to A1 minus Rn all over 1 minus R. So for each time that we use the formula, we're going to have to define what is A, R, and N, and then we can find it. So let's have a look at the first example. For this example, we need to first define what is A, R, and N. So A is our first term. Our first term is 1. Our R is our common ratio. So how we can calculate it is T2 divided by T1, or any term divided by the term before it. So for example, 2 divided by 1, which is 2. And then we want in the number of terms that we are summing, and here it clearly states 15. So we would like to calculate S15. So the formula is A1 minus Rn all over 1 minus R. So in the place, so S15, oh, our N is 15, so this is 15. Okay, so in the place of A, we're going to put what A is equal to. So A was 1, so we have 1. And then we have times 1 minus R, we're going to put what R is equal to, which is 2. To the power of N, N is 15. All over 1 minus R. So then we just substitute the values that we have found into the formula, and then calculating this, you can use your calculator. So 1 minus 2 to the power, so 1 minus 2 to the power of 15. So that finally gives us 32,767. Okay, so that's the sum of the first 15 terms of that one. Let's have a look at number 2. So for number 2, our first term is 6. Our common ratio, which is T2 divided by T1, or any one divided by the previous one, is again 3 divided by 6, T2 divided by T1. So this time our ratio is 1/2. And then we would like our N. Our N is our number of terms, so it says 30. So then again, we have the sum formula. So we have Sn is equal to A1 minus Rn over 1 minus R. So we are interested in S30, which is equal to our A is 6 times 1 minus our common ratio. Our common ratio we calculated is 1/2 to the power of N, so that's 1/2 to the power of 30 over 1 minus our common ratio, which is 1/2. So then typing that into our calculator, again, we get 6 minus 1/2 to the power of 30 over 1 minus 1/2. Okay, so because this here is a bit big for our calculator, we will not be able to simplify it much further unless you have a special calculator. So I'm going to write it as 6 divided by 1/2, which is 12. Times 1 minus 1/2 to the power of 30. I'm going to leave it in that form. 30 is way big to calculate on the calculator. Let's do the last one. 1, 2, 3. So over here we have to say what is our first term. Our first term of this pattern is 2 over 5. And then we have to get our common ratio. So this time I'm going to say T3 divided by T2. That is because T3 and T2 are not fractions, and I don't want to work with fractions, although you could. So this here is 10 divided by 2, which is 5, And then finally, our n is 20 because we'd like to calculate the sum of the first 20 terms. So then again, the formula, general formula is this. And we would like to substitute the stuff that we would like to calculate. Okay, so the first thing we're substituting in is, so we'd like to find the sum of the first 20 terms. The first thing we're substituting is a, which is 2/5, minus our common ratio, which is 5. And in the numerator, your common ratio is the power of n, which is 20. So once again, typing that into your calculator. I hope this is not too big for our calculator. We get that the answer is equal to 9,536 times 10 to the power of 12. Okay. Actually, I see that this answer here that we've got for the previous one will give us an answer. So if we type it, I think I typed it out incorrectly. If you type it out correctly, you're going to get 11.9999999. Which is essentially 12. Okay, so that is how to use the formula for the geometric series. We just need to find out what is A, R, and N, and then we can substitute it into the formula and calculate the sum of any geometric series. Please watch our other videos for more information on the geometric series. Thank you for watching. Bye.